Okay, so Adele's video just dropped. Well, not just dropped, but I'm just now getting to it. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at it and see what he's all about.
アデルと出会った時のことは今も忘れはしない。
アデルとかいうものはそれなりに手だれらしい。
一緒にいるとどんな絶望的な状況でもなんとかなるって思える。彼はそんな強さを持っていた。
私が探していたのはゾブシウス倒せる力。それを求めて世界を渡ったわ。そしてある世界で出会ったの。アデルたちに。
発信と戦える力が必要なんだ。だから俺はもっと強くなる。トラストヘッジクランライドブレイブストライ決める。出てるドライバー。俺はアデル、よろしくな。敵がどれだけ強くったって関係ないよ。自分が信じた道を進むだけさ。みんなが苦しめられてるのを見て黙ってなんかいられるかよ。発信の恐ろしさは十分に知ってる。でもやれるかやれないかなんて関係ない。誰かが何とかしなきゃいけないんだったら俺がやるだけだ。じっとしているなんてもったいないぞ。一緒に冒険に出ようぜ。
Very cool intro. Okay, so let's go ahead and start taking a look at his trait and then his kit. So his S17 hits. It looks pretty quick. It looks like it's a gap closer, or he just happens to be close enough to where he just did it instantly. But let's take a look at it again. Yeah, it definitely looks like a dash. Whether it's from, anywhere on the map or whatnot, we'll have to wait till we actually get him. But it's 7 hits, so not bad. I like that. Very good. 13 hits. Okay. 18. Alright, so it's trait 1, Ultimate Power. Holy enchant not set when equipped with only one weapon, fire damage plus 45% and damage cap plus 25,000. Okay. Resist flinch from fire / earth physical and magic attacks. Wow, so he just flat out resists the flinch. Not even a chance, just flat out resist it. Very nice. A holy enchant set. When equipped with only one weapon, light damage plus 45% and then damage cap plus 25,000. Resist flinch from light and dark physical / magic attacks. That's very cool. So he's got super armor for fire and earth for the first part of his trait, for physical and magic, and then he's got super armor for light and dark for physical and magic if for the second part of his trait. So you can interchange them. That's pretty neat. I like this a lot. In arena though, there's not too many fire. I mean, the only fire that comes to mind is Eliza, and then for magic, and then Roy for physical. As for Earth, I do know that Lenius is used somewhat often, and he with using the spell 3700 after 3700 years, so it could be useful against that. The second one, resist flinch from light and dark. This is actually probably going to be the one that, if I happen to get him, set him with, at least in arena, because there is Roland's out there, and he is pretty annoying since he does have his own version of, he has his super armor, but if Adel can just walk through all of his attacks, that's pretty great, honestly. And then, yeah, it's not bad. Very good. I like it. Trait 2, Brave Soul. Continuous Grand Brave effect. Nice. So 35% STR continuously. Boss Wave STR plus 20% more. Okay, because why not? When special activates, add 15% of all living allies' total STR, defense, int, and mind, excluding unit, to unit's STR and deal damage. Boost special damage cap based on number of living allies, max plus 45,000. So he's gonna have high STR just from the looks of this. The special damage, I mean, that's cool that he's gonna get hit hard with the special, and he does have that damage cap. But you all know how I feel about specials. If they can't like actively spam it, right, then it's just a bonus. The biggest thing though, the continuous brave effect, and then 20% more at boss wave. So very nice. I do like his first trait a lot. But let's go into his kit. Or let's look at the skills actually. So skill 1, Trust Edge. Oh, instantly close the gap for a medium area fire combo attack. Wow. Okay, so it is from anywhere, and it's very quick. Well, instantly close doesn't necessarily mean like, I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that it's from anywhere on the map because it says instantly close the gap. So it can change from fire to light depending on if he has that one skill equipped. Skill 2, Grand Ride, frontal medium area fire combo attack that launches enemies into the air. Okay, cool. So you can make use of Sky High and Sky High 2. Skill 3, Brave Strike, wide area fire combo attack. So this seemed pretty simple, although his S3 did seem relatively quick compared to the other ones. Oh. So it's got a bit of an animation, but at least like the final part is quick with the hits. It's not like how Night Lord Kyle has to do that huge animation. So I like that. His S1's definitely spammable for sure. But yeah. Alright, moving on to his kit. So Hero's Charisma, all allies, STR, defense, int, M&D plus 10%, and then damage cap to boss monsters plus 2,000. Nice. Fair and square, physical attack damage plus 20% / damage cap plus 2,000 to enemies without status ailments. Wow, this is interesting. I think this is still, it's very achievable because, I mean, more often than not, you're not really applying ailments. So it's cool that he benefits from that. Parry, sword equipped, chance for critical damage taken minus 40%. Okay. I could see this being useful in arena. It's not gonna reduce the chances he has to take critical damage. It just reduces the damage, or there's a chance to reduce the critical damage. Interesting. Unbreakable Spirit, when while unit is alive and all other allies are incapacitated when taking lethal damage, survive with 1 HP and get a 7-second nullify damage taken buff. Durability is max HP times 3 and it's once per wave. Okay. So it's not like Mikasa's where she just gains that 7 seconds of physical invincibility. He gets a barrier. This is similar to Ruto's ult, where he gets a barrier that has the durability of the HP. Well, Ruto nullifies damage. So I'm wondering if this nullify damage icon is the same as Ruto, or if it's his own, like, or if it's just a basic barrier icon. That'll be interesting to see. But I guess it kind of sucks that everyone else has to be dead in order for this to work. But it's cool, I guess, nonetheless. Divinity Buster, physical attacks and special counter gain an anti-god, dragon, spirit, and undead type effect. Neat. Holy Enchant, change skill / special attributes to light. So he can interchange between being fire and light, so that's very nice. Flames of Justice, fire and light damage plus 30%, and damage cap plus 10,000. Nice. Just a flat out 10k and 30%. Very nice. Doppelhander boosts 3 when only weapon equipped is one sword, physical attack and special damage plus 30%, and then damage cap plus 9,000. So I think he's the first one that has Doppelhander boost 3. Auto high protection, very nice. This is going to be very useful for her survivability and arena as well. So as far as his kit that we've seen, or the skills that we've seen that he comes with, attack up max, fighting spirit 4, fighting spirit max, heroism up 3, critical up 3, very nice for free. Advanced aim vitals, special boost, divinity shield, pose of victory, armor HP plus, piercing fury 2, quick trigger, shockwave 2, awaken 2. Nice, another unit with awaken 2. Auto haste, take that for free. Doppelhander, favored sword, sword boost, sword mega boost, armor high boost, ultimate boost 2, and then giant healing 2. Interesting. His kit seems really nice. I'm not gonna lie. I am definitely more interested in his trait 1 than anything. His ability to just resist flinch from these specific elemental types. But it's very nice that he can interchange between being fire and light. I myself don't really have a very good light unit, so if I happen to pick him up, I would probably use him as a light unit. So overall, he seems really good. I don't think he's anything like completely Omega busted, right? But he's a really, really good unit. I'll give him that. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the UR arc he comes with. So, Prefects of God, battle start / when revived, give buff to boost skill damage plus 40% and then damage cap plus 8,000 until skills are used 4 times. Wow. That's pretty cool. And it's not like, it's not limited to a specific element type. It's just damage cap and skill damage. That's very cool. I like this. It'll help Roy, because Roy has very low caps compared to the new units, so this will help him not only do damage, not that he needs the damage, he more so needs the damage cap. So pretty great. It'll help him with wave clearing, but other than him, other units definitely are going to be able to benefit from this, even the older ones, right? Just having a flat out 8k cap, although it is only for the first 4 skill used. When HP hits 0, auto revive and restore HP. I'm going to go ahead and assume that this is just like decoy, right? So an auto revive, very nice. Boost skill damage based on int. So this is Thaumaturgy ring, very neat. During wave, unit is revived, SCR and int plus 15%. So when when that unit gets revived, they get that 15% SCR and int. So it goes hand in hand. Very nice. Arc skill. Give all enemies a damage dealt minus 50% debuff that gradually cuts HP. Give all human enemies Prefects of God debuff, which cuts movement speed and SCR, defense, int, and MND plus 20%. I'm going to go ahead and assume that this is a unique debuff, just because it says more. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that it's stacked with like the regular Blazer, Lastoma, and Drain, and then Nemesis debuff. That damage dealt minus 50% debuff. That's pretty huge. Obviously, it's at the max arc skill level, but that's pretty great. I wonder what it is at base. As for the learnable skills, fast no attribute wall. We finally got it, and of course, it has to be on a UR. Very unfortunate, but we finally got it. Human killer. Give regular attacks an anti-human type effect, soldier, knight, sniper, and sorcerer. So at first glance, this doesn't seem, the greatest, right? But we are going to see how much the SC is for the human killer, because then that'll give us a gauge as to what human slayer is going to be, because they're including human killer, right? This is a killer package. It's not human slayer. But I feel like this is indicative of us potentially. I think it's more so like over time we're eventually going to get Human Slayer. So depending on how much SC Human Killer is, that'll probably give us an idea of how much Human Slayer will be. That's just my thoughts, though. I could be totally wrong. Sky High 2, damage to airborne enemies plus 30%. So we finally get it as a teachable. Very nice. Fire Mega Drive. Fire physical attack and special damage plus 30%. And fire physical and special damage cap plus 2,000. Neat. So he doesn't come with Fire Mega Drive. So if you happen to get him and the UR arc, definitely give it to him. That'll help him with the damage and it'll give him more damage cap. Overall, I think the art is... it's good. I don't think it's anything like super Omega broken, but it is very good, and I am a fan of it.
でもやれるんだったら
As for the Arc Ether reward, Prefects of God, Punishment's Edge, it's a sword, rarity 7, and it's a fire attribute. Boost fire attack damage based on number of enemies with debuffs, plus 5% per debuff, max 30%. So with 6 debuffs, this wording is very confusing. Based on number of enemies with debuffs. Maybe they typoed, right? It's a little bit confusing. Based on number of enemies with debuffs, as opposed to based on number of debuffs on an enemy, right? Is that not how it's supposed to be read? That's how I'm reading it. So, okay. Very conditional, right? Because you need 6 debuffs. But I guess if you are able to, and go out of your way to apply those 6 debuffs, then you get that 30%. SDR 276, defense 43, and then M&D plus 37. It's okay. That limitation really pushes it down. So I think it's all right. It's nothing crazy. I guess it has the potential to, obviously give you more damage, but it's the fact that you got to meet those conditions in order to get that. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to another segment that I'm doing for the first time, and hopefully it'll help you guys a little bit. Okay, so I went ahead and added up all his damage cap, and he comes out to a grand total of 72,999 versus non-boss enemies, including his charisma that is specific to bosses only, and then giant killing 2, which is specific to bosses only. He's sitting at 76,999 against bosses. That's pretty insane without having any enablers or anything, just a flat out almost 77,000. That's incredible. What does this mean for his skills? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So his skills, S1, 7 hits versus non-boss enemies. He's doing 510,993 versus bosses, 538,993. His S2's 13 hits. That puts him at 948,987 versus non-boss enemies. And then 1,987 versus bosses. S3 is 18 hits. That puts his S3 at 1,313,982 versus non-boss enemies. And then 1,385,982 versus bosses. So the versus bosses obviously includes the charisma and giant killing too. But man, that's a lot of damage that he does by himself, without having enablers. That's pretty insane, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, very strong kit, very strong potential and damage, assuming you can reach that damage cap, right? And moving to the next thing, which I'm doing for the first time, I'm doing including a pre-release build template, so that it can kind of give you an idea of what to add when, if you happen to get them and you're able to max them out and max SC and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, so the pre-release build, this is keeping him at 92 SC because more than likely we're going to get a free prism for him, which gives us an extra 2 SC on top of the 90 SC that we get for the fifth enhance. So Proud Force, he doesn't come with it. It's just so that he has some form of sustainability. Enemies, at least when he crits, right, he'll recover some HP. Enemy Slayer, this is 8 SC. Normally, you want to leave room for 8 to 9 SC, but he comes with Divinity Buster, which includes Dragon and God, and those are aside from like the human Slayer ones, the God and Dragon are the ones that are 9 SC. So I went ahead and just left it at 8 SC because the other Slayers don't cost as much. So that gives him 50% more damage to that specific enemy type. I gave him auto crit because the continuous 15% crit, again, just for more sustainability. Pose of Honor, 2 SC, recovers 5 MP when defeating an enemy. I'll get to the reasoning behind this in later on. Pirate's Feast, you know what this does. After the first wave, he gets full stocks to all his skills. Doppelhander Boost, for 6 SC, you get 10% more physical damage, and then physical and specials get 3k more cap. So it'll push his damage cap even higher. Sword High Boost, 9 SC, you get 30% more physical damage. Skill Charge 1, 3 SC, 20 SCT to the first skill at battle start. I went ahead and included this because generally when you're doing multiplayer, the first wave is like the really slow one, right? Because you don't really start off with a bunch of skills. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that his S1 isn't going to be ridiculously high. And went ahead and gave him that just to help clear the waves at the beginning. Decoy, 7 SC, revive when incapacitated. So I know he has that one thing where he gains that barrier when everyone else is dead. But what happens if, you know, Adel dies first, right? And then everyone is still alive. That's completely, you know, nullified. So this at least gives him some kind of revive, and it'll give him a chance to actually make use of that should everyone else happen to be dead. Sharp Eyes, for 9 SC, you get, you use 3% of your max MP for 50% more skill damage. I don't think he needs this because I think he's going to hit pretty hard as it is. But just for the sake for a general build, right? Keep in mind, this is just a general build. It is probably going to be subject to change once he comes out and we see how well he can actually hit on his own. Celestial Mass, I know this is probably going to raise some eyebrows, but I included this just because of Kraken, right? Kraken and then Bahamut, they do some serious damage. So Celestial Mass gives him that survivability. And I included Pose of Honor because of Sharp Eyes and Celestial Mass. Against bosses, obviously, Pose of Honor is not going to do that much difference because they're not going to be able to kill the boss as quick as the non-boss enemies. So again, just it's some survivability. If you feel you don't need it, that's completely fine. Giant Killing 2, this is specific to bosses only, but skills get a 20% more damage and ults get 20% more damage. Berserker, for 8 SC, you get 30% more physical damage. And we have Proud Force along with auto crit to sustain our HP, so that way we can, offset that Berserker damage, because we do take damage with Berserker. But yeah, that's all I got with his pre-release build and the first impressions. So I think overall he's a really good unit. Like, he's a really good unit. I don't think he's busted, but he definitely looks really good. Curious to see how he's gonna perform in arena. And the arena build I did not include just because that is, completely different than building for PvE. So when the time comes and if I happen to get him, I'll definitely make an arena video. But for right now, keep in mind this is just a general build and it is more than likely going to change when he comes out. But yeah, I think that about does it for the video. I appreciate you guys dropping by and taking a look. So good luck on your pulls if you happen to pull for him. Hopefully you get him and the arc. But as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.